Hi, I'm Bradley Guerrero-Neri, and welcome to the premiere episode of A Moveable Feast. The reason I put this show together was because I kind of thought that all the different shows I was seeing on TV at the time were really mostly entertainment and didn't exactly help people achieve what they were trying to in their kitchens. I was listening to different friends talk. I found that people didn't know how to cook, didn't know how to plan menus, didn't know how to exactly respond to their kitchens. So, in addition to teaching you how to cook, I want to teach you everything from the beginning, the entire structure, and what I'd like to do is I'm going to take my instruction book that I had when I went to culinary school and teach you the basics of cooking. I have 13 episodes planned, ranging everywhere from making stocks, to following a recipe, to planning a menu, and how to cut your meat. I have them outlined right here. The different episodes that we'll do. All you'll really need to have with you for the first 13 episodes are a pen and paper and just to listen. I'll go over the different chapters in a sort of elementary way for you so you can get the gist of what the chapters are trying to say. And from there, I think you will have a better body of knowledge on how to handle and approach your kitchen, which then leads you to handling a better menu. So with that said, I'll just let you, I'll explain to you the different chapters we're going to go over. In episode 2, we're going to look at a culinary history and sanitation, and I can't stress to you enough how important sanitation is in your kitchen. Your guests don't want to eat from a filthy kitchen. You don't want to approach a filthy kitchen. And I'm going to show you different ways to keep your kitchen sanitized and much easier to approach. The next thing we'll look at are different tools and equipment you need for your kitchen. You wouldn't believe how much easier my life became once I got a food processor. And you have to think to yourself, what are you missing from your kitchen that could make all your culinary experiences a lot more enjoyable? And that's really what I think cooking should be about. And the most important episode, I think, will be in the 4th episode, and that's just going to really teach you basic cooking principles, getting down to the organic process of how recipes are executed, the reasons why you wait to add certain ingredients to at a certain point, understanding that really cooking is a type of chemistry, and things really happen whenever you meld them together at the right temperature points. And I think that whenever you get that idea more clearly in your head, then when you go to approach a recipe you may have seen on the cooking channel, it will come to you more naturally. And we'll actually I've got 2 episodes planned for that. So that's how important I think that just learning how the basics of cooking will come into play. Then the next episode is going to be the recipe, following a simple basic recipe. Following a simple basic recipe is important on so many different levels, but the most important level is to get the food exactly the way you want it, or the way the recipe says it should be. Another good reason for following a recipe is simply if you're trying to budget your monthly allowance, following a recipe to detail can help you achieve that. And then creating a menu. Creating a menu is one thing that if you have a menu in place before you go shopping, and not just a shopping list, it's a little bit different, but know what you're going to cook, how you're going to plan your meals, how you're going to plan your leftovers. If you're a Sunday cooker and you like to get everything done in one day, how you're going to do that and not waste. And we'll go through that too. And I think that's going to be a chapter that everybody will find interesting, because I think that will be the key to a lot of... I think people will be more adventurous in their kitchen if they know that they're spending time more quality. Mise en place, that's spelled M-I-S-E-E-N-P-L-A-C-E. And mise en place, that is going to be one of my other favorite chapters. Mise en place is a French term meaning a place for everything and everything in its place. Kitchens shouldn't have junk drawers. Every drawer should have organization, utility, and cleanliness. it makes it much more approachable. Whenever you're trying to put together a meal, to know where all your tools are, to know where your ingredients are, you will see that there will be a harmony that comes into place when you follow that. And I think that's probably a big problem for a lot of you. I've been into your kitchens. Episode 9 is going to be strictly sauces and stocks. Wonderful chapter. Sauces and stocks was one of my favorite chapters, because with that you can really make some crappy meat taste pretty fantastic. Episode 10, soups. If you know me, you know I love to make soup. They're so easy to make that they're just a one-stop meal experience, and we'll have a lot of fun with that one. Where we're not going to have fun are the next few chapters, because they're hard for me, and that's going to be understanding meats, cooking with meats, and understanding poultry. I did not have a really successful class on that one. We were out of our classroom whenever that particular class was being taught, so I took an entire meat cutting class in a classroom without even a book for the class and without any meat to work on. So this will be good for me to relearn the chapter or two. And that is another reason why I'm doing a movable feast, because I have a lot of fun with food. I could talk about food for a very long time, and I want to kind of raise the stakes of my game too. And I think that's going to be a fun part of everything. And last but not least, we will work on baking. In fact, I think there might be more than one. In fact, there might be more than 2 episodes on baking. That would be the real problem I have in cooking. I don't like interacting with my oven, and I'm finding out that I'm missing out on a lot of great recipes. And maybe you are too. Maybe you don't know how to bake either. So together we'll figure that one out, and I'm really excited about that. So that's basically, I wanted you to understand where I'm coming from with the Moveable Feast. The first 14 episodes, including this one, are all going to simply be teaching episodes. I will, like I said, each week I will share with you a chapter from this book, from the Le Cordon Bleu, just the different principles of everything that I talked about. And then in the next 14 weeks, we'll try to execute recipes and do things from all the different chapters we talked about. I thought about doing this side by side, doing an episode and then working out on the menu, but I think that I would like to work more just keeping focused on learning everything first. No sense in confusing everybody, and I think I'm going to do this for a long time. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you are too. You know, and the other reason I'm doing this is because I just see so many people wasting their food, and we have a real growing problem with our dwindling food banks in our country. And I hope that with every single episode, everybody will remember that my purpose is to teach you how to make the best of your kitchen experience and not waste. And if you can't contribute to your local food bank, maybe simply not wasting can be enough. I'd like to thank my good friend Nancy Mowry Gibbs for being the producer on the show, who has helped me throughout the entire process, who has kept my interest going, and I'd like to thank all my friends who put up with my endless pictures on Facebook of all the crazy things I cook. So please, follow me on a Moveable Feast. We will have a good time, and we will all learn to cook together. Thank you.